Yo, what
What's
up?
happening? What's happening, Trey? What's good?
How's it going, man? This is my partner Gabe.
Hey, what's happening, man?
What up, dude? You got that
Hey,
first?
yeah, for sure, man. And that was a long time coming, man. I
Yeah,
put a lot of work in to get there.
yeah.
Even now, like I'm doing a direct to seller right now, and the reason I switched to direct to seller is because um, I get a lot of buyers. You guys in Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I personally get a lot of buyers that's like, man, I don't want to touch on market deals. You know what I mean?
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that's not everybody. You'll
Yeah.
have those select people who like they don't really care, but the majority are like, man, if it's on market, I'm not even touching it. And it could be a good deal, but a
Yeah.
lot of them, it's like they kind of frown a little bit when it's on market. You know what I mean? Or they don't really like to deal with realtors too much.
Yep.
And I think too, a lot of people like to be when you have direct to seller, you're closer to the deal, right? You have more
Person
control.
controls it. Yeah.
Yeah. So they can speak directly with me who's speaking directly with the seller. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I find more buyers like that. And the spreads are bigger.
Yeah. Yep. Know that.
Um the downside to direct so and there's more margin for error because they don't know real estate.
Yeah, exactly.
When you're agent outreach.
They've been in the game.
Well, they still don't know what you know, but because they know it from a different side.
Yeah.
They don't know it from an investing standpoint. And the catch 22 is for them, like you don't have the good thing is you don't have a marketing budget.
Yeah. Yep.
You don't have to have marketing money or and you can do repeat business with agents,
Yeah.
right? If their agents who are out there, man, they're hustling and they're getting these type deals all the time and stuff like that, and you show them that you can perform, that you can close, there's potential to do multiple deals with
Yep.
somebody like this. So that's why I wanted to go agent outreach, but I feel like with direct to seller, it allows me to be closer to the deal, to have more control, and also to be more impactful because I'm direct to them. You know
Yep.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh, so that's how I looked at it. So I switched to direct to seller, and it's been tough, man, because I haven't cold called sellers in a while.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a little different.
I hadn't got cursed out in a while, man. So with agent with agents, you have your disagreements, but it's not so much like them cursing you out, right?
Being violent with you.
Whereas, whereas with sellers, I mean, you can get like straight up cursed out, man.
No. Yeah.
Stop effing, that kind of
Yeah.
thing. But if you guys follow Brent Daniel, well, you guys know who Brent Daniels is, but
Yeah. Yeah.
Brent, man, 200 contacts get you a deal,
Yeah.
right? So
That.
over time, right, of following up. So you'll find a lead out of those 200 contacts, and through following up over time, one of those 200 contacts will become a deal.
Yeah.
So my goal is like talk to at least 10 people a day.
Yeah.
Because right now I'm still working a full-time job. So
Yeah.
yeah, I want to do 10 people a day at least. And that'll be 50 a week, which will do 200 a month. And that'll equate to on average, with based on what Brent is saying is at least one deal a month. The
Yeah.
average deal size is 15,000.
Yep. Yeah. So is that where you're trying to get so you can to quit the job?
Yeah, man, that's the first idea is to quit my job
Yeah.
and be full time.
Yeah.
And the first goal is to be. I've done one now, so the first goal is to be able to. So the next goal is to be able to do it consistently.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah. Step two.
instead of it's like a one-off, every now and then kind of thing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And then once you quit your job, you can get more time on the phones and
get
Change
more
it
and
up.
more contacts, make it 2-3 deals a month.
Yeah. Interesting.
Scaling. And
How
so
does-
that's what it's about, man. That's the idea, is to scale from there.
Yep.
So it starts with just getting that one, right? Just getting to a place where I have systems in place where I'm doing them at least one a month, at least.
Yep. That's
So
that'll be stable. See, I got a question, because when Charlie told me with your times of calling, what is your pickup rate like?
man, that's a great question, man. That's a great question. So I would say anywhere, I would say on average between 7 and 10%, which is what Brent says it should be.
Yep, that's still in that good range. That's not bad. Okay.
Yeah.
Because
So
I didn't know.
between 7 and about 10%, to be honest, man. So when I joined TTP, right, Alejandra, she does like a sort of like ask you what your goals are, and she will give you the metrics that you need to hit based on what your goals are. So this past week, man, I crushed my goals, right? And so that was a good look, because I have like 15 more contacts than my goals, right? Than my goal for the week. So that was a good thing for me. And then I feel like I'm a little bit behind this week. I probably had about between yesterday and today, probably about 12 or so contacts. So I'm a little bit, I feel like I gotta catch up a little bit. But over the next, I'd say 3 to 4 days, up through Saturday, I'm definitely gonna hit my 50 for the week. And like I said, at least 50. And the only reason that that's the number is because it's realistic for the time that I have.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah.
So having a full-time job and dude, like, the reason why this time works for me to do it in the morning is because, man, like, I work at a call center. So bro, I'm on the phones all day, man.
Really? What do you do?
So Capital One.
Oh,
shit.
wow.
Okay. Interesting.
So if I'm making calls from 8:30 to 10:30, 8:30 to 10:40-ish, something like that, and then I'm just preparing to get out of the house at a little bit after 11 to get to work. From then until 8 o'clock, I'm handling calls for Capital One.
So are you like customer service?
Customer service? Yep.
And you got to do that till 8 p.m., you said?
Yeah. Now I get some breaks in between, a couple
Yeah.
breaks in between, but the whole idea is by the time you leave there after 8, bro, your brain is just like,
Yeah.
you know, because I wake up and I'm on the phones, right, from 8:30 to 10:30, to whatever. So the whole time I'm
Yeah.
on phone. The vast majority of the day, man, I'm on the phone. So for me, but I think with Capital One, it's actually helping me with what I'm doing in real estate. And the reason being is you're dealing with frustrated people who call in about problems with their card and all that, their account. So a lot of times they're frustrated, they're upset. You have to become a problem solver, right? You have to figure out how to solve their problem. And so I think there's some things in it that's going to help me in real estate as well, but I don't plan to be doing it that long, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man, the beautiful thing about what we do, man, in real estate, see, I don't make a lot of money, but what I do at Capital One. But the beautiful thing about that, not making a lot of money, is it's not hard to replace your income, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
See, when you make 150,000 or whatever, it takes a good bit of deals to replace that. But if you make 30 grand, you can do that in 2 deals.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's the beautiful thing about that. So what's going on with you guys, man? And you guys' business?
Pretty much a little bit of a similar story, just without the job. We've just kind of been grinding it out for about 12 months now. About last May, the end of May, kind of beginning of June, I think we really started to hit the phones. And we were doing everything wrong, obviously, because we just went action, action, action. But as time's gone, we've started to get it a little more together. Now we've got somebody watching over us who's pretty much a mentor and just kind of teaching us how to do these things correctly.
Mm-hmm.
So we just kind of struggled for like, I'd say 8 months on our own. And
Yeah.
this guy, Alex, he kind of fell into our hands a little bit after we'd reached out to him.
Yeah.
He's just helping us get on our feet because we just need a little financial stability and a little bit of direction. That was what we were missing. We could work 6, 8, 10, 12 hours a day, but we need to do the right work over that course of time.
And it's not that we were doing the wrong work. We just weren't doing it the right way.
Yeah. We call a list once, and if there was no deal that day, that was the last time they'd ever hear from us.
Yeah. No follow-up. We were calling on the good old cell phone, the iPhone.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was our issue.
Yeah, using True People search.
We didn't. I mean, people probably said it, but I guess we didn't click it. We didn't understand how necessary a dialer was in the business.
Yeah.
Until we had a coach. We had So
yeah, that's what I use now, man, is Mojo. So yeah, it makes a difference for sure.
Yeah.
How do you like Mojo?
I like it, man. I like it. It's my first time using it. I've used like other dialers in the past, but I like it, man. And I got a lot of that similar story, man, because again, it took me over a year to get my first one. So I got a lot of that same story that you guys got, man. So just try everything.
Right. Just took action.
Yeah.
Like we saw somebody calling sellers, and we were like, all right, let's try to call some sellers. Figured it out.
Yeah, man. That's what's up, man. I love it, man. And man, that's what it takes. Like you guys just stay after it, man. Like young as you guys are, man. 5 years, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Stay after it.
Oh, dude, I love that you're still like you grinded out for 14 months before you got your first one, and you still got that fire in you too. And that's what's big. That's like you didn't quit. You just you knew it's just a matter of time.
Because like a lot of people go 3-6 months no money, and then they'll just be like, this shit doesn't work.
Yeah, man. My roommates can witness, man. I come here every day and I'm just grinding it out on the phones. I wake up in the morning, man, and I'm getting after it. And so, I'm getting more and more comfortable with just running my own race, right?
Yeah.
Like I was talking to somebody the other day, and his thing was about competition and all that. And I was just like, man, I don't even think competition, bro. I don't even think that way.
It's all us. It's just you and yourself. That's it.
Yeah. Because I look at it like this. You see all of these fast food restaurants that are next door to each other, and they all keep their lights on throughout the year.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's damn true. That's like, I've never thought about it in that way.
You know what I mean? Like, if you notice, right, gas stations, there are a lot of them next door to each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Racetrack, a lot of times they're close to each other.
Yep.
And they have their own share of business, right? So that's how I look at it, man. And so also, like, I believe in God's favor too, man. So
yep.
I feel like when you operate like that, man, and so I don't really worry about competition. I know that if I stay consistent and I just be more consistent than the average person,
your time is coming.
Yeah. But the follow-up, like you guys talked about, is the hardest. That's what I didn't do.
Yep.
The first time I would go through a list, and that was it.
Yeah.
Or if I called that list a second time, I wasn't really intentional about following up.
I had no idea who I was talking to. No.
Yeah, no. We had a pen and paper for leads. And we didn't even really know what a lead was.
Yeah.
I mean,
we didn't know a lead wanted to sell. We thought a lead was just a list, and we had 1,000.
Yeah. So Alex is local.
Yeah.
Yep. Moved here from Nashville. I think it was like middle of last year, end of last year. And so we're He's trying to build up his business here in Atlanta, and we're just kind of alongside him, watching him do it. So helping us learn how to do the same to our own, and just trying to make money in the process and get down this whole game.
Yeah, man. You know, for me, it's a beautiful thing because I have some relationships too, man, that I'm kind of working on, man, and
Yeah.
relationships, excuse me, of some like great buyers, man, great investors who've been doing it for a while, and just growing as well, man, with them. You know, I use them as resources.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
and so, yeah, because that's another thing too. Like, another thing is, I was by myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, the more we talk, we're only going to help each other out. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Even though we don't have a lot of experience as far as like closing a lot of deals, at the end of the day, I still feel like it's going to be beneficial because
Oh my God.
we
Yeah.
have the same mindset. We're after the same thing.
Exactly. It's a
Yeah.
mastermind. You put
Yeah.
two good minds together, good things happen.
Yeah. So, how was the you went to the Growth Summit, right?
Yeah, I
He
did. It was unbelievable, man. That shit was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that it was awesome.
That's what's up, man.
How do you like the Rhino tribe? Is it good? Is it worth it?
Oh yeah, man. You know, it's hard to plug in as much as I need to because of the job, right?
Yeah.
They'll do like certain Zoom calls during the day, and you know, they call sellers live.
Yeah.
Um, you know, they call buyers live. All of the things that we need to hear. It's just that they're happening during the day when I'm working. And that's
Yeah.
another reason why I want to be able to, when it's time, to be able to get off the job, because you get more interaction with the tribe, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's another thing where it's like, I might even shoot. I get another deal, I get my next deal and it's sizable enough, I might just jump out there.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah.
I was about to say I mean, you can probably give it 90 days and those leads the pipeline should be moving. And
Yeah.
you'll probably get a deal before then too.
And you've gotten proof of concept from agent outreach. Now all you need is proof of concept from seller outreach. And then once you get that first deal, it's a snowball effect. It just keeps rolling.
Because you're doing the same thing every day, talking to the same leads, the same lists.
And just
so it
builds,
one falls, the dominoes. So that's why we haven't quit. Because we know it's out there, bro. It's just a matter of time of working it. Work it till
Right. Where you guys pulling this from?
So we were pulling from PropStream and doing some driving for dollars back at the beginning. And driving for dollars really at the end of our just me and Charlie doing the 10-year. But now I think Alex, I'm not sure. I think he pulls everything from batch. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But I'm not positive.
Yep.
And then skip traces with batch.
No, he skip traces with batch. Yeah.
Yeah. Me too.
Okay.
So
yeah.
I did a little bit of prop wire, and prop wire is Jerry Norton's system.
Yeah, we love prop wire. It's
free.
Literally just PropStream for free. So
yeah. So prop wire, the only thing about prop wire is like I'm still trying to figure out how legit is the data.
Exactly, bro. Because I don't get that I don't know, something about it being free. It says there's the same amount of property records as all these other platforms, but it doesn't connect to me how it's profitable at all.
Yeah, you know, Brent Daniels talked about that. He was like,
oh, really?
People try other, not necessarily prop wire, but he was just like
other platforms.
He's a big advocate for batch leads.
Yeah,
he was like, so many people try all these other platforms because they're cheaper and whatever. But he was like, the data is not the same, man. It's not the same. To be honest, like I'm calling people on prop wire, and I'm not saying it doesn't work because I'm still going through the list. But to me, I don't get as much contacts as I do.
Oh, so you've actually called some lists out of there.
Oh yeah, I'm calling. I called this today from PropWire.
Okay, okay. So there you can feel a difference.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. Interesting.
you get a lot more wrong numbers.
Okay.
But here's the thing too. Here's the thing too. I will say.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to judge it equally and fairly, and the reason I say that is because the list that I'm calling from, the list that I'm calling from batch leads, I'm calling them in a dialer.
Okay.
The list that I'm calling from PropWire, I'm calling by hand.
Oh,
Huh.
okay.
Not only that is that when you're in a dialer, right, you only talk to certain people. Like you only talk to people that actually pick up,
Yeah.
right? When you only talk to people that actually pick up too when you're calling by hand. But to me, when I call by hand, it just seemed from the PropWire list, it just seemed to be like so much more wrong numbers and stuff like that.
That's interesting.
Are you skip tracing those leads with batch, or are you skip tracing them with the prop wire?
That's the thing. I've done them both.
Okay.
So PropWire, the initial reason I started with PropWire before I got batch leads.
Oh.
Now I did batch leads in the past because when I started, my initial journey was direct to seller.
Mm-hmm.
So I went direct to seller for like 4 months, and then I did agent outreach for like 9 months.
Okay.
10 months. And so I would say I've done them both, and I was using PropWire for a little bit. Got a list of like 700. I'm still actually going through that list. But I'm gonna put that in the dialer because I was actually calling it by hand.
Okay.
I'm gonna put that one in the dialer as well and finish calling them. I just got another list from PropWire today. And the only reason I got another list from them today was because I still had some money in the wallet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You know how it has like the little wallet on there?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I still had some money in the wallet enough to get some leads. So I was like, I might as well just use that money since it's already in there. And
Yeah.
who knows?
I've got
if
some
I get
match.
one deal from it, who knows, right? Who's
Yeah.
so
No, I mean, I know you can definitely get a deal from it. There's no question. It's just, is it going to work the business the same way as batch?
correct. Mm-hmm.
They just have better data at batch.
Yeah, just more quality.
Yeah. I wouldn't build my business with PropWire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Starting out, you're on a low budget and whatever, and
Yeah.
you can get a deal or two from it. It'd be great. Now, Jerry Norton has an interview with a dude
Seen that.
that used PropWire. You saw it?
18K, yeah.
We got like a $95,000 deal.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was the one that was closing later in the. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I completely forgot about that guy.
Yeah. That was crazy.
Huh.
And the crazy thing is, man, it's like there's deals out there like that.
Yeah.
There's deals out there like that, bro.
Yeah.
So
we've got a pre-foreclosure right now that's supposed to that I knocked, and it's supposed to
It's over 100.
it's over a 6-figure assignment fee.
Yeah. So it's kind of
close that thing, man.
we're fucking working our dicks off.
You guys have it under contract yet?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We've been all we're trying to do, trying to find this lady a rental to move into. That's all we got to do. But she's being.
You have buyers already?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're locked with EMD.
Yeah, our mentor's taking care of most of it, but we're in the loop, so we know what's going on.
He does all the disposition stuff, so.
So you door knocked the pre-foreclosure.
Yeah, she actually didn't answer though. I door knocked that house like 7 times. She never answered. But I left a letter. I left a letter on the door every time. So
Mm-hmm.
and then we have another one like that, right?
Of a knock?
Cameron
was the same, but I think he's falling through because he's not on the deed.
So you guys door knocking and you're cold calling.
We were door knocking. We realized that we could talk to
more people.
So many more people on a dialer. Because I mean, it takes all day to hit. It takes a full 6 to 8 hours to hit 30 doors.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got a couple answers.
Yep.
Get and talk to a couple people, and most of them are just pissed off at you.
Yeah.
Yep. You know, it's interesting because I reached out to Brent, Desmond, and I asked him, I said, should I focus more on driving for dollars or and you know, he's a big advocate for driving for dollars because he did his first, I think, 20 some deals driving for dollars. But he told me, he said, man, if you get on the phones, you'll talk to more people. You know, that's gonna give you an opportunity to talk to way more people faster if you use a dialer, man. Which you can do in 2 hours. You can go through 200 dials in 2 hours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's gonna up your chances significantly. Now, when I get to a point where, you know, I've done a few deals and now I'm on my own and whatever, and I can maybe incorporate some of both.
Yeah, more time.
Yeah, maybe call in the morning and in the afternoon if I don't have any. I might call from like, let's say 8 to 11 or something, 9 to 12. If I don't have any appointments in the afternoon, then I might jump out there and go, you know, into 3 or something, go drive for dollars.
Yeah.
You know, something like that I'll probably do to build them up both. But my focus is even though I have, because if you think about it, if I've been doing agent outreach for 9 months, man, I have about over 300 agents that I've talked to and what have you. And it's tough because it's like, you know, I want to focus on direct to seller. And I touch these agents every now and then, but I want to be like, you know, I can't spread too far and try to do, because I'm one man. Now I do have my girlfriend now. She's helping me with dispo.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah. Does she have, or are you just like teaching her how to do it?
Nah, she was actually a part of a REN group, like a real estate investor for women, pretty much like a women's real estate investing network.
Oh, wow. So she knows.
Yeah, so she was interested in that, like actually bought that Teresa, what's her and her husband's name? Teresa, I forgot her last name, but they are investors, her and her husband, and they've been she has like a program. Oh, her sons, I think her 2 sons are in the business or something.
Interesting.
She started her own program, which there's a lot of women that are successful in that program and doing their thing. A lot of them are even like private money lenders and flip all that now. And so she's a part of that community.
Huh.
Yeah. So if you think about it, with me with TTP, she's a part of that community. And really, when you think about it, we're both a part of both communities, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
and so wild. Yeah, she's helping me with dispo because I feel like now a lot of these buyers I found for her. I had already found these buyers, but she's gonna call them.
Yeah.
And just know, hey, what's your criteria? What you're buying? What are you doing right now? Right. And so when we get something locked up, it's seamless because we know to take it right to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you guys doing like the 70% method, or are you just trying to target, like, if I can get something at 50%, I know I'm gonna move it? How are you guys?
I mean, yeah, if we find something that's at a 50% ROI, but yeah, usually the equation is just 0.7. And then what I try to do is I kind of offer about the wholesale fee I go for is usually about 20-30K. And so I offer about 20 or 30K, maybe even below that.
Yep. And nothing wrong with that. I feel that way too, because my first deal was only $3,000, right? And this is how I feel. I feel like if I'm gonna put in the effort, right, it's the same effort to get a $4,000 deal as it is to get a $40,000 deal.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'd rather do 200 deals at 40,000 than 400 deals at 2,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every day. Yeah.
You working yourself like crazy and all that. So it's like if I'm gonna work hard, man, I might as well.
Paid
I'm
for
not
it.
saying I'm down a $5,000 deal, but if I
Yeah.
can shoot for 15, 20 grand at least.
Yeah, that's it. That for me, I think when we're fully on our own, because the checks are split because he's helping us close them, the other stuff right now. And so, but when we're out, I mean, I think you want to try to get 10 and over for
Mhm.
all the deals at least. You want to be in that 5-figure range.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then if you
Yep.
get the mix, you can go crazy. But
Yeah.
so
What are you guys seeing as far as like just as far as well, I know your mentor is taking care of like a lot of the dispo, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good thing. Did you guys listen to Wholesale Hotline last night?
Oh yeah. Every
Oh,
podcast.
not like a couple clips from last night I've seen.
What are you talking
But
about last night?
yeah. But I met those two kids who were on at the very end, Dylan and Brandon. I met them at the event and they're doing it for real.
They're killers, huh?
Yeah, no,
I
they're killers, bro.
I didn't see the whole thing. I saw the beginning of it. I know Laura Morby was on there.
Yeah, she's on there the whole time.
He has some other people on there, and it's interesting when I hear where the most interesting thing to me was the number that these buyers are buying at. Now, granted, they're in other markets, but it's
Yeah.
like, man, anywhere from like 65 to 75% of ARV they're buying, and I'm like,
Yeah.
man, that's interesting. I didn't think people were still buying at like 65% because my buyers are like, and I know that that's a safe number, but they're like, man, if you can get it at 50%, and I'm like, yeah, 50%, obviously you can sell in any market, right? At 50%.
Yeah.
It's just harder to do that, right? Because you're gonna offer too low a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, you're gonna offer too low. So, for me, I feel like that's a great place to start though.
Yeah.
Are you guys targeting like houses under a certain price point?
Yeah,
We've got a sweet spot.
yeah, like the
100 to
sweet spot for
300.
deals.
I think it's 100 to 300, and then if you're 150 to 250, it's absolute gold. If it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Because 150 to 250, well, at least because I was thinking that too. Like, I don't want to really go below 100,000 because there's not a whole lot of room in that, right?
Yeah.
If I need to get some help with dispo or anything, you know what I'm saying? So it's not a whole lot of room in there. So I feel like at least 150 minimum, right? 150 to 300, 350-ish.
Yeah.
That's the sweet spot for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's for cash buyers. And I know because that's the other thing he says at the very beginning, it was always just stay below 400 because in buyers is just call houses that have below 400 that you might be able to offer on. Because people, it's hard to get a guy to throw down $500,000 cash on a house. It's not easy.
Right. And too, not just that, right? But this is the way I'm starting to think about it too. One of the buyer who bought my first deal, he's teaching me a lot. I'm not gonna lie, like, and this is something that you guys can think about too. One of the things that I'm learning that's very important is if you start to understand the mind of the end buyer.
Yeah.
Right. So like tell me, like when you start to think about the amount of money that they gotta spend, right? Let's say if they get a hard money lender, right? They get a hard money lender, they have to pay a certain amount every month. The longer they hold that property, the more money they're paying because it may be $1,200 a month.
Yeah.
That they're paying back to that hard money lender, right? So what he has me to think about is, okay, if you're looking at a comp, even a renovated comp, right? But that property was on the market before it sold for 100 days. That might not be the price point that you want to use as your ARV because it's going to sit
Yeah.
for a while. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you think about it like that,
not only that, right? But when you think about the price point, I think about, and he made me think about, like, okay, if they go to sell it, right? How many families can afford a property, the rent of a house that's more than like 300,000? Because you're getting into $2,300 a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so when you start getting into like, $2,200 a month, man, the average, when you start getting into like $400,000 houses, dude, rent is like
Yeah.
2,800, if not $3,000 a
Yep.
month. And so the average family, the average household, bro, that's a lot, right?
Yeah.
So when you think about that 250 to 300 range, man, as you were just saying, that 250 range, that's gold right there. That is liquid gold if you can get it in there at a good price. And so yeah, man, you guys are inspiration to me, man. Just keep going. Just keep going, man. I hope you guys, that deal you got right now, I hope you guys close it, man. Close that deal.
What are we?
And it's gonna be great, man. So man, I'm glad we did this. We gotta do this. We gotta do this, man, for real. That way
Yeah.
we can bounce ideas off of each other.
That is good.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. How'd you meet your mentor, man?
Car show.
Nice.
You like Charlie Rev the asked him, and then
Yeah.
just kept texting him.
So you guys cold calling right now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Just cold calling right now. All calls.
Okay. What's your what's your business model as far as like, do y'all both cold call, or do one cold call and the other one focus on something else, or?
Nah, so right now we're simply just generating leads.
We're pretty much what our coach is doing with us is he's teaching us each step. Right now we're getting at lead acquisition. Once we close a couple there, we'll go on and we'll learn acquisitions and how to negotiate this price well, and then possibly dispositions. And once we got all of it down and we've made some money, start rocking our own thing.
Yeah, man. Then you can start to scale, right?
Yeah.
You can start to hire people. Because for me, right, like I'm not rushing to hire people.
Yeah, not at all.
At the same time, I know that, listen, I ain't just start this business yesterday, man. Like I've talked to quite a few people on the phone, right?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, man, my goal is at least go out there and make about 150, man. If I can, when I go out and do that, because Brent talks about scaling too fast, right? Too soon.
It happens.
So for me, I'm not in a rush to scale. And the thing about it is, I feel like if I'm gonna hire people, I need to be good at what I'm doing too.
Yep. You gotta know it.
You know what I mean? Like, you gotta know how to correct when somebody is doing something wrong, right? So if you're not at a place where, for me, now this is my mindset, if I'm not at a place where I can coach somebody on getting a deal, you know what I mean? Then I feel like I shouldn't at that point have a team. I should still be on the phones myself.
Yeah.
I feel like when I get to a point to where I know the process of getting a deal, I know what it takes, then I feel like it's a good time for me to scale. Because when you got cold callers and they're not saying the right things, or they're not, whatever, you got to know how to be able to coach them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To being able to be successful. So while I'm still grinding it out, man, I gotta lock in and grind it out. I'm going down there. When I get from work, I'm going down there and drive for dollars right there. It look like an older neighborhood, man. So, and this one right here, I'm about to hit both of those.
What part of town? What part of Atlanta are you in?
Man, I'm not in Atlanta. I'm in Gwinnett County. I'm in Lawrenceville.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah.
We're down
here. Yeah, we're down.
Job, man. There's two neighborhoods that I just saw where I'm like, ooh, okay. Those houses look kind of old. Yeah. If I can go in each one of them and find 25, 30 houses, and just pop them in a dollar, man. You know, just run through.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, I think the Zoom is about to end, bro. Less than a
Yeah.
minute.